Hey, good morning. We're
Good
here
morning.
with Marshall Duncan, folks. Today, June 11th, 2025, here part of the World Cup Finals. Marshall made it again. Congratulations.
Well, thank you, sir.
We're here in Southern California, Riverside, San Bernardino region. And Marshall's going to be the first of two qualifiers that's going to compete today. Marshall, tell us about yourself a little bit, like how you start with birds in general, and who got you started.
Okay, well, I started as a kid, 12-year-old kid, running around Compton, California, picking up birds and, doing the thing we kids did. That was a big thing. We had pigeons on every block, sometimes 2 or 3 lofts on every block, so that's how I got started. And I got into the competition thing, once I got to be like a teenager. Arnold Jackson and Johnny Isabel, Willie Wright, those guys were the ones that, kind of took me under their wing,
Nice. Yeah. We met up with Arnold Jackson yesterday, your partner.
Yeah.
Partner in with your mission that you got there. And so tell me, family birds that you put together, because I know you have your own family, but is there some of those families that you think about that, yeah, I wouldn't have got started with those, I wouldn't be where I'm at now, competing with the level.
Well, I can go back to the beginning, and if you just take a bird and go through my books, it'll lead all the way back to '78. When I started, I got those birds from a guy named Kim Moore. They were Garcia pigeons, Garcia and Henry Lopez and Frank Garcia.
Okay.
And he was flying birds out for some of the guys in the CCRC club, and those are those birds. And that's where I got my first ones. He probably had the best birds of us kids, and that was why, because he was flying out birds for the club guys, So anyway, that's where I started, and then from there on out, I've just I would say in the last 40 years, I've probably brought in maybe 8 pigeons. So every time I do a cross, I use a cock.
Okay.
And then I'll work with that for about 4 or 5 years or so, until I feel I need to, step it up a little bit, and then I'll bring, if I see something somewhere that might, add to my program, then I'll pinch it off to somebody.
You put that one cock with what, 2 or 3 hens, or just?
Yeah. Not every time when you put that first pair together, they're gonna click. So I'll go, I always go with my best hens, my top producing hens, so there's no question, So if that first maiden doesn't do it, then I'll put it on the second maiden, and then maybe possibly a third, because when I'm bringing a bird in, I'm looking for that characteristic that it's bringing. So if that doesn't come out in the progeny, then I just ban the project. But I can usually pull it out.
Nice. So I think you have a plan there that you stick with, and if it doesn't work, you just that one.
That one didn't happen, and but yeah, for the most part, there's only been a few times where they just didn't click, or I just figured it just wasn't worth the time.
What's one of the things that you look for in that, say, click pair? Whether it's in the loft, in the breeder section or up in the air, that you just say, yeah, no, either that's good, that's a keeper, or there's something that really sticks to you when you.
So you're talking about when I'm decide to stock a pigeon?
When you say, yeah, stocking it or bring another one in, say that cock, putting it with that one in.
Okay, so if I'm looking for kid sensitivity, some birds that are more sensitive than my birds are, then I always, because my birds are inbred, line bred, both. So I'm always looking for, or when I bring something in, it's also an inbred or line bred family. So you put that together and you get the heterosis, or what we call hybrid vigor. And so you're going to get some variation, but the ones that you're looking for are the ones that are better than both parents. Not just as good, you really didn't go anywhere. So, so you're looking at both parents that you're, putting together. If the progeny isn't better, then, you really haven't done anything. So the ones that are better are bringing in what I'm looking for. Those are the ones that I bring back in.
moving
forward.
ahead, not even staying at the same level. You
That's
wanna
right.
Advance.
That's right. Yeah, because you see them, you go, oh, that's a good bird, and and when people purchase birds from me, I won't sell a bird, out of the nest or by paper. It's got to be tested. And then they can't believe that I sold them a bird that good. I mean, it's good, but it's not going back to my program because I'm trying to go higher than where I'm already at. So, but not to say the bird isn't good. So.
No. Well, Marshall, I mean, you've been around for a while, and again, I've been out here 2-3 times to judge you because it's always in the finals and stuff. So congratulations again, but we got a nice coin here. I'm sure you know Dwayne White, and he provided these. So congratulations, Marshall.
Yes, sir.
And
Thank
good
you.
luck. Good luck. We're about to fly here in about the next half an hour, and hope you can do something here and make it happen.
Hopefully, man.
Nice day.
These rollers, man. They'll look at you and go, okay, I'm not doing it today.
Yeah, good luck, buddy.
Okay, thank you.